Hi, I'm Benjamin, and I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons since high school. Over the years, my experience has expanded to include systems such as GURPS, Darks, Heresy, and Shadowrun. Now, I'm here to make my experience available to you and to help you make your games as much fun as possible. Let's talk about holdouts. Holdouts are compact, highly concealable weapons that use the pistol skill with the holdout specialization. They have a concealability rating of -4, making them almost impossible to spot at a glance, even by a skilled observer. And when combined with bulky clothing and a concealable holster, they'll only be found if you get patted down. And maybe not even then. A holdout pistol's role is thus to be a weapon of last resort, and they're commonly found in ankle holsters or squirreled array in odd places around a runner's abode and vehicles. They generally aren't found with a lot of spare ammunition, as if you're going to reload your holdout mid-fight, something has gone horribly wrong with your life. As such, ammunition capacity is a valuable commodity for a holdout pistol. Holdouts default to 4 physical damage with no penetration, use the holdout range table, and are often semi-automatic. These stats are for Shadowrun 4th edition, obviously, as in other editions the damage rating is different, though I believe they still use the holdout pistol range table. So, the Cavalier Scout. This highly compact, semi-automatic pistol is a very standard holdout, with a relatively low cost, solid magazine capacity of 7, and a built-in pocket clip so that it doesn't fall out of your pocket. It has little in the way of thrills, but it does the job reliably and can reasonably be considered to be a generic holdout. The Colt New Model Revolver, a gun with poor penetration that leaves it with little stopping power even for a holdout, a 5-round cylinder for ammunition, and a very small price tag. This gun has 2 things going for it: low cost, and it can have reloading ammunition spread out individually rather than being in one larger, more noticeable magazine. It's okay if you're on a budget or you just like revolvers, but I can't say I recommend this gun. The Enfield M1098. This vintage gun was designed for the Royal Air Force during the Euro Wars, and it's frankly got a lot going for it, though it also has a big black mark against it. The good column is 8-round capacity and innate recoil compensation of 1, meaning that it's good to go out the box and has a fair bit of firepower for a holdout. The problem is that it's a vintage weapon, and that makes it impossible to add modern electronics, and modding it costs twice as much as normal. This isn't the end of the world, as there are vintage aiming aids that take some of the sting out of it, and it mounts non-electronic accessories just fine. It also means that there's nothing to hack in, meaning it's a great emergency weapon against technomancers and hackers. All in all, it's a good pistol if you're not married to having a smart gun. The Flechette Tiffany Needler. If you want stopping power in your holdout, this is the gun for you. The Needler fires Flechette ammunition, giving it a staggering 8 physical damage versus impact armor plus 5, with a semi-automatic rate of fire. The trade-off here is a teeny ammunition capacity of 4 shots, so you'd better make them count. One highly useful feature of this firearm is that it can be upgraded with a colour-changing coating, allowing you to easily make it blend in wherever you stash it. The final word in stopping power for holdouts: this gun should definitely be at the top of the list if you're expecting trouble and want a backup gun that packs a punch. The Facchetti Self-Defender, a far more generic holdout using conventional ammunition, 4-round ammunition capacity and a single shot rate of fire. The colour changing option is really all this gun has going for it, as it lacks both staying power and rate of fire. The Morrissey Elan. A semi-automatic with 5 round capacity and no ability to fire flechette rounds, as a weapon, the Elan is underwhelming. Where it excels is its polyresin construction, making it completely immune to detection by magnetic anomaly detectors, and the final word in the concealable part of being a holdout. If you want to smuggle a gun past security, this is the weapon for you. The Raycore Sting, combining the flechette rounds of the Needler with the polyresin construction of the Elan, this gun somehow manages to be the worst of both worlds. With a damage code a full 2 points lower than the Needler, it lacks the raw stopping power of its fellow holdout, and the single shot mechanism does it no favours yet, as it halves the damage output compared to a semi-auto. It also lacks the Elan's ability to use high-density plastic rounds, meaning that while the gun itself is not detectable by MAD sensors, the ammunition is. Not a terrible gun, but it is clearly trying to copy the best guns in the class and failing. The Shiwazi Arms Type K2072. This semi-auto pistol has a 4-round internal magazine, an adjustable colour set, and a gecko grip system. Don't believe the marketing. This gun is not a good choice for holding off an intruder for any length of time, due to a lack of ammunition capacity and the awkwardness to reload. What it is good for is hiding practically anywhere, as its gecko grip technology lets it stick to any surface and its colour changing allows you to have it blend in. As such, it's a good weapon to have hidden in your vehicle or around the house for emergencies. The Sig Sauer P298. This is another vintage gun, and it is mechanically speaking identical to the Scout, except for its vintage status and slightly higher price tag, along with marginally lower availability. A solid, if somewhat unremarkable choice. The Streetline Special. Cheap, slow firing, on the low side for ammunition, and made of less easily detectable materials than most guns. This is truly a desperation weapon. As a runner, you are unlikely to ever carry or fire one of these unless your life has taken a severely wrong turn. The Terracotta Arms Pup. Single shot and 5-round capacity means that out of the box, this gun is not looking great. But those aren't the whole story. This gun comes standard with both a smart gun system and an advanced safety, and can have an optional silencer attachment. This makes it an excellent weapon for stashing loaded in a house where other people live or in a vehicle which is not solely yours to use, as the advanced safety significantly reduces the risk of a child or curious dependent accidentally shooting themselves with the gun you keep stashed at their house just in case. Finally, the Walther Palm Pistol. An over-under double-barreled pistol. These barrels can be either fired individually or together as a sort of mini burst fire. While stylish, the Palm Pistol takes the low ammunition capacity of holdouts to an extreme, with only 2 shots between reloads, and a breech reload at that. There is little to recommend this gun beyond a low price tag and the novelty of firing both shots at once, neither of which is a fantastic reason to trust your life to it in an emergency. Best in class is a tough one for this, and I'm going to cheat a little and split it up. The best self-defense weapon goes to the Tiffany Needler, while the best concealable weapon goes to the Moat Elan. Both are excellent weapons, each excelling at a different part of the holdout's role. Worst in class is the Palm Pistol. While it has novelty on its side, the fact is that it is a lousy self-defense weapon against more than a single target, and even in ideal circumstances, other holdouts still outperform it. That's all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more content, and join my Patreon. Members get custom render art of their characters, monthly one-shot games run by me, and potentially they even get to take part in a full long-term campaign. In any case, keep well and have fun.